Perfect. And then we will start standing. So go ahead and come up to that standing. That sun's going to glare just a little bit. And it's through the one window that I have nothing to cover it with. So let's start with just kind of warming up our legs, our feet. Bring those feet underneath your hips. And we're going to start with some calf raises. Welcome, Chrissy. I always call these calf raises, heel raises, but they work the calf. So we'll take about, I don't know, 5 or 8 minutes here to stand, and then we'll come down to the ground. Welcome, Chrissy. Welcome, Lynn. She's still logging in. Nice. Lift and lower. Begin to pull the navel into the spine. If you're not already, squeeze the glutes a little bit. Just bring a little more core focus in. There's Lynn. Welcome. Welcome, Lorraine. So we are starting a few minutes standing today. So we're going to get some of our inner thigh from standing rather than the floor today. And this also allows us to get our calves. From here, let's pull the heels together, toes turn out. We'll keep going, lift and lower. You might feel that a little bit differently in your calves. When that sun comes in, I see how dirty my screen is. There's all this little dust on my big TV screen. I need to clean that. So yeah, many of you might have seen this class. This is the last week. This class will be at 2:30 on Wednesday. It is going to move to Sundays at 4 in February. So not this Sunday coming up, not January the 30th, because we kind of consider that this week. Next week, February, it will shift to Sundays at 4. We've had some requests at that time, and this has just been kind of an awkward time. It's the only class at this time. So Rochelle said, let's try it at Sundays at 4. And I was like, that works even better for me. So we'll give it a try. A couple of more right here. Nice. So we're going to go into our little plies. So heels will stay down to start. We'll start with these small plies. Welcome, Victoria. That is Victoria, right? Yes. I was like, what is Victoria? Nice. Again, your arms are just kind of wherever at this point, whatever feels good to you. You want to add some ballerina arms, you can. If you're feeling good here, you can go ahead and take that all the way down by lifting the heels up and coming as low as feels good to you. Down and up. You don't have to take it all the way down. You can stay up here a little bit higher if that feels better to you. So this is what the frog position that we do on our back. Today we're doing it standing. You got it. Nice. Good. We're going to take a little step out, plie, sweep. So we're going to step out to the right, plie, sweep, plie, sweep. So let's bring that heart rate up a little bit more with a little bit bigger movement. But again, really working through our inner thighs here. Again, hands wherever they feel best to you. Right, so wherever that feels best to you at this point. We'll get some arm work later on the ground. Plie, sweep, about 20 more seconds. Plie, sweep. So when I'm sweeping in with my heel. Toe stays turned out. Good, right here, 10 seconds to go. We'll pause in a wide plie before coming to the other side. Sweep, plie, sweep, good. Now hold that wide plie, down and up. You want to add a little bit of upper body, start to get a little bit of lat pull and push. A little warm up of the arms. Down and up. Oh, my legs are burning. You were in Bardio, right, Amy? It's always hard. Bardio and mat Pilates on the same day. So mat Pilates moving to Sunday. Well, at least my legs will feel better not having both of those on the same day. You got it right here. Down and up. Squeeze. A few more. You got about 15 seconds. We'll get our plie sweep on the other leg. Good. Reach and pull, just getting a little bit of warmth through the shoulders, through the back. Nice. Looks great, Jen. Awesome, Lorraine. Here we go, plie, sweep. So plie, sweep, plie, sweep. You're trying to do it smoothly. Mine's not always so smoothly. trying to bring it in and step it back out. You get a little bit higher heart rate when we bring this class into some stand. Sweep. Nice. Sweep. Good. About 20 more seconds. Got a little bit of holding, pulsing of our plies, and then we'll be coming down to the ground for the rest of the class. Here we go, 10 seconds right here. You sweep in with that inner thigh. Now hold it out, keep it down low, little pulses. We're gonna go through lifting our heels. So every 15 seconds, we'll make a change. For our final minute of standing, lift your right heel. Now, of course, you can keep your both heels on the ground the full minute. Again, hands wherever you want. You got it right here. You know, down, we're gonna work into our glutes and our outer thighs, hamstrings. Here we go, switch heels. Right there. Nice. You got it. Final 15 seconds. If you want to try to lift both heels, or you can keep both heels down on the ground, we'll pulse it out. Feel that burn and then your thighs. So we're going to go down to all fours, some donkey kicks, fire hydrant. So of course, if you want to stay standing, there we are right there. So if you'd like to stay standing, you can do all of your donkey kicks, fire hydrant standing. Otherwise, go ahead, join me down on the ground. We'll start with the right leg and start with our donkey kick. So lift and lower right here. Now pull the navel into the spine. Work to kind of flatten your low back a little bit so we're not, you know, here I am really sagging in the back. I want to pull the belly in. And then your left hand can either tap a little bit out here in front or even rise up. That'll bring your core into it a little bit more. Of course, it can be under your shoulder as well. But if we tap it in front, our arm up, we'll get a little bit more core activation through there. You got it right here. 10 seconds, we'll take this into our fire hydrant. Get them a little bit more into that outer thigh, outer hip to balance out some of that inner thigh we just did. 2 and 1. So here we go. Take it out to the side. Lift. Lift. Now I find a lot of times I find myself really kind of leaning over to the left when I do this. I don't want that to happen. So if I keep the left hand out in front or lifted, then I can't really lean to the left. So again, the hand can rest gently on the floor on my fingertips way out in front. All this just helps me not to lean. You got it right here, about 10 seconds. Nice, looks great, Amy. Awesome, Kristen. You got it, I know it's starting to burn. We're gonna go into hand curls. So from here, extend the right leg long, flex the foot, curl it in, push it out, in and out. You can also do this standing. You can keep the left hand out in front. A little more work through the hamstring. Get this move and 1 more. Then we'll do all 4 moves on the other side. That'll take us to our midway break. We'll switch into more core, front of the body focus. 10 seconds. And a minute feels so long during Pilates. All right, here we go. Bent knee or straight. So when my knee is bent, I can tap it down, up and over and over. Or you could take that straight leg if you prefer. It's not really that one's better than the other. It's the supporting leg. It's the leg that's on the ground, the left leg, right? That's probably giving you the biggest burn. And then we have to move it next. We'll get a little bit of a stretch in between these two sides. And we actually do have a little bit more back work, but we're going to get more into the upper body before we flip it over. That'll be in the second half though. Hang on right here, 5 seconds. And 1. If you'd like to sit back just in a few seconds, just a few seconds of a child's pose. Oh, we're going to do all of those moves on the other side. So starting left leg with that donkey kick. Shake your leg out. Here we go. So lift and lower, donkey kick. So we're not using weights or anything, right? But we're using long reps, 4 minutes on each side. I think that may be harder than 1 minute of using weights. You got it. Welcome, Mandy. So Mandy, we just switched to our second leg. I'll try to remind you every 30 seconds so you can switch leg to leg. We have about, here we go. That would be halfway. So that's halfway on this move. We have 4 moves. Your donkey kick. Coming up, second move is coming, our fire hydrant. So here we go, second move, fire hydrant out to the side. Try not to fall over to the right. Stay nice and strong. Again, I'll tell you about halfway. So if you missed the first leg, you'll be able to switch at that halfway point. Not yet. Halfway right there. Halfway. Awesome, Chrissy. Looks great, Kristen. A couple of you are below my screen, but I know you're down there working. 10 seconds of the fire hydrant left. Take our ham curl next. Here we go, ham curl. So extend the leg long, flex the foot, curl it in and out. Try to keep the knee lifted as high as you can. So we're trying, hip height. I'm not trying to really lift it higher than my hip, but I'm trying to lift it towards my hip height. Again, I will tell you halfway. Halfway right there. 30 seconds to go. Really use your core, pull the navel to the spine, even though we're like, kind of working our glute, our hip, our core is strong. It's pulled in, it's holding us up. If your hands do get tired, you can always come down onto your forearms. You can also do this standing, or I like to make a fist. Final move coming up, those rainbows, bent knee or straight. Let's go right here, up and over. So I had bent knee the first time, so I'm going to keep it bent knee, but straight works as well. Straight, you can reach it longer. Break is coming up at the end of this. That's halfway, 30 seconds to go right here, finishing that hip work, 30 more seconds. Yeah, awesome, Victoria. I just see some feet coming up and over, perfect. Get a little break coming up. And we'll come into a little more back work, bringing in some more upper body back. 8 seconds right here. And break. All right, grab a drink and stretch that out a little bit. Whew, nice work. So we started with some inner thigh, which was also working quads and glutes with all the plie. Burn that booty out a little bit more. We're gonna still work the lower back, the lower legs, or the legs a little bit, but bringing in more upper body on our belly, or you can be up onto your knees for this first one. So the first one's going to be the reach and pull from our belly. So you can take more of this lat pull, or coming on down, hands forward. Legs can relax for this one. Lift the chest, pull and push, pull and push. So your legs are supporting you. So they're getting some isometric work, but we're giving them a little bit of a break. Kind of working our upper back. And then we'll bring our glutes and hands into it in a moment. And then we'll be flipping things over. So not as much upper body work today as last week. We're focusing more on kind of lower body and our abs. Right here, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're on your belly, we're going to do what I call the Superman or Superwoman X. So you're going to lift up, straddle arms and legs out, bring them in and lower. Lift, open, lower. So if you were standing, right, you can do it here. Reach, side, in and switch, reach, side, in and switch, or on your knees, same thing, opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, open, in and down, reach, open, in and down. So you can do that standing or on the ground or on your knees or all the way down the belly. Either way, you're going to work that back. You're going to work some balance. If you're standing, you got it right here. So you got about 20 seconds to go. You all look fabulous and amazing. I love it. I love the variation that I'm seeing. I know you're down there working Lynn and Lorraine. You got 5 more seconds. We're going to flip it over. 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead and come over onto your back. We'll be working into our core and our quads. We'll start with all our different leg lifts. So you can allow your head to just rest down on the ground. Hands can be at the sides or even under your glutes. Start with left knee bent. We'll point and flex our right leg. So you know these, we do them all the time. Remember, left knee can stay bent. It can straighten. It can even hover. So if you hover it, that's really going to make the core work even more. If you're like, I want even more, you could even lift your upper body. And we're really crunching the core. I tend to go somewhere in between. I tend to straighten my left leg, but I keep it on the floor. Sometimes, like today, if I'm feeling a little more fatigued, I might keep the knee bent. If you're feeling really good, you might hover it. So we're working our quad, definitely. Okay, we're getting some ab work as well. And the more you bring the leg into straighten or hovering, the more you'll feel the abs also. All right, we're going to take a big circle. We're going to bring it out, down, and around. Out, down, and around. Nice, right there. Remember that left leg can be knee bent or straighten. Circling. Well, this brings a little more outer thigh into it as we circle out. A lot of leg work today. And core. Just really focused on the back of the body. We did get our abs in all that kneeling position. Of course, supporting us here as well. Now reverse that direction of your circle. Bring it out, in and down. Out, in and down. So if you're on your back, your knees bent, and you're thinking, oh, I don't feel my abs at all. Remember, straighten that leg. There's the abs right there. You got it right here. 5 seconds to go. We'll switch legs. And switch. So point and flex the left leg. Same options with the right. Maybe I straighten it. Maybe I hover it. Maybe I keep it bent. And of course, if you wanted more, remember you can always lift your head, neck, and shoulders too. That's not going to change really what the leg is doing, but what it does is make the abs work more. So if you're like, I want more ab work, then lift that upper body or hover the opposite leg. All of that's going to make more ab work. You got it. A few more. We did a long set of these. We went about 75 seconds on this lift and lower. Keep it even. Go into our circles, coming up, 5 seconds. Circle it out, down and around. Out, down and around. So it really doesn't matter which way you're circling. We're going to do both ways. If you need a little break, bend that other knee back. That gives you a little more support. Hands under your back give you a little more support. You don't have to have hands under your back. Abs work a little harder if the hands aren't under your back. So our abs are our support. And reverse the direction of your circle. Nice. Right there, keep it going. Notes where I can see them. Five seconds. And 1. Nice. All right, let's give those legs a little bit of a break. Place your feet on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Let your feet fall to the right side. Let your fingertips come onto the head, right behind the ears. Our chest is facing up. We're going to come into some little side crunches here. Now, when we're side crunching, we do want to be nice and careful that, or any kind of crunch, that I'm not just pulling on my neck. I'm trying to keep my neck nice and still, supported by the hands. Gaze up, grapefruit under the chin, or an orange. And the crunch is from the abs through the left obliques. If this does not work for you, you can always come into seated or standing. I'm going to take a little side kind of crunch here, little mermaid legs. Or standing. Looks like everybody is down on the ground. 10 seconds. We'll switch sides. You always want everybody to be careful on crunches that you're not just pulling on your head. Here we go. Come center. Take the legs over to the left. Take a moment, adjust. Shoulders are open. Heads relaxed into the hands. So you crunch up. If you find yourself that you're tucking your chin towards your chest and pulling up, right, that's pulling on the neck. Chin and nose stay facing the ceiling. You got it right here. So about 15 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Let the head rest. We'll bring the legs up into tabletop, arms out into a T, still working through those side obliques. Take our legs over to the right, press into the left shoulder, come center, over to the left, press into the right shoulder. So the little windshield wipers, our glutes are rotating, but my shoulders, I'm trying not to let the shoulders lift. So that rotation comes right below your rib cage. And then y'all probably know the progression here, right? You can stay right here with bent knees. You can add a little extension on the side. So as you come down, straighten, bend, and back up. Just adding that straightening of the knees. Or you can keep the legs straight through all of it. So straight legs on the way down. Straight legs on the way up. So where I feel this increase the most is trying to then lift straight legs up. Straight legs down. Straight legs up. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to flip it over, finish up with a little bit of planking. So we got a couple of minutes to go. So we'll bring a little more arms into it as they help support us in our plank. We'll find our plank. You could do this on the wall, knees or toes. We're going to go down, down, up, up. So we can forearm, forearm, hand, hand. If you do not like plank up downs, you could also do prayer pulses. Right, you're still, it's a little bit different, but you're getting some shoulder work, some chest work. Or you can be on your knees, or you can bring your plank up downs to the wall. Trying to switch which arm goes first on the down and the up. You got it right here. We're coming up into our final minute of work. And we're going to hold a plank, my friends. It's been a long time. I haven't held a plank for a minute in a while. So here we go. Find your plank, knees, toes, wall. You could be on your forearms or up on your hands. I'm going to hold this plank right here, 1 minute. It's been a while since we've had like our VFit monthly challenge where we build our planks. I think I've been in Maria's class. She's had us hold a plank. I don't work on holding a plank very much anymore. Whew, feeling that. That's halfway. Sometimes I come onto my fist, just puts my wrist in a little more neutral, or of course you could come down onto your forearms. Tuck that tailbone under. We get 20 seconds. Here we go. Final 7. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, drop down child's pose. Enjoy a stretch. You get just under 3 minutes. I'll give you a nice stretch today. Reach through the fingers. Start by just releasing the abs, getting a stretch into the shoulders, just because that's where we finished. And then coming on up into a seated position, I want to really get into the hips. So we'll bring the right foot either in front, or you can kind of start to stack it like your fire log. So it doesn't have to stack, it can be in front, ankle, or all the way up. Now pull your glutes out from under you a little bit, forward fold. All the donkey kicks, fire hydrants. And then we'll bring that up and switch sides. So left leg in front or on top. Maybe a forward fold or just reaching the hands forward. One side's always tighter than the other one for me. A little more breaths. We'll come on up. We'll finish up with a straddle so that we're getting that length through the hamstrings, through the quads, through the inner thighs. We're really getting the length everywhere, but a lot of inner thigh stretch for all the plies that we started with. We do, of course, have yin tonight. We have 20 minutes of some nice long stretches, 10 minutes of our guided relaxation. It is our yin plus night. So if you need a little more stretching, always a great class. And take a little movement, a little yes, no through your neck, releasing any tension in your head, your neck, your jaw, your shoulders. And we'll slowly make our way up. Thank you all so much for me. Record Yin Plus. Yes, I can record Yin Plus. I'll make a note.
so that I remember to do that. If I stick it right on my mat where I'll see it. Thank you all so much, my friends. And I did record this today too, so it'll be getting loaded. I'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.